Hey, this is Emilio with Quick Property Solutions, and in this quick video, we are going to be doing a market analysis of one of my favorite zip codes, which is 48214. So if you see here, I got Google Maps open here. I got Detroit outlined. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to type in 48214 Detroit, and then you'll see where it zooms in. So 48214 is on the east side of Detroit. And if you remember, this is Woodward. You see this number 1 right here. This, starting from Detroit, going all the way up, is Woodward Avenue. And Woodward Avenue is like a dividing line. So anything on this side is the west side. Anything on the east side of Woodward is considered the east side. Now, 48214, the reason why I like this zip code a ton is because its proximity to downtown. It's pretty close. It's also close to some of the hotter areas. So I know a lot of people are looking at East English Village. They're also looking at Morningside, which is right over here. The new Chrysler, the Fiat Chrysler plant that everyone is talking about, that is right here on Connor and Mac, right here. And in 48214, you're going to have like the really expensive homes in the nice neighborhoods of Indian Village. You also got West Village and some up and coming areas such as Island View. And especially, I like this part of 48214 is because, again, its proximity to downtown. It's extremely close to Indian Village. So Indian Village, let's see if I type in Indian Village if it'll show up here. Yeah, okay. It'll show us where it's at. So this is Indian Village, and then you could see there's Indian Village, there's Island View, West Village. Now, this whole section here is like super hot. You see where it is on Mac, right up here? Mac is a dividing line of values, and what I'll do is I'll show you on these real estate websites what I mean. But so right here, Mac runs east and west. So anything south of Mac, like, it's a super hot area, and um, it's really expensive. Like, some of these homes here are just beautiful, especially if you look at houses like on Iroquois Street, south of Mac in Indian Village, to like $300,000, $400,000 homes. Um, and what's happening is a lot of people, they can't afford those homes, so they're looking for more affordable housing. So where they're going to look is West Village, but West Village is even really expensive. So they'll go to places like Island View, and where I am looking, I am actually looking in this area here, which is, I can't draw a circle on here, but it's north of Mac. North of Mac between Grand Boulevard and McClellan. So this little pocket right here is where I really like. Now, if you notice here, there's a school called Detroit Prep. Detroit Prep, I shot another video while they were rehabbing the school, so completely fully rehab school. Um, and they're a lot of, it's a really good neighborhood for families. That's why I really like this area, and there's not a lot of comps in this area, which I personally like. Because what happens is once comps start popping off, everyone's going to start going there because they're going to start seeing it. But I know for sure that there are houses that are being rehabbed in this area. Whether they list the houses or not, I'm not really sure. They're probably going to fix them up to keep them as rentals, or they'll fix them up and, like, like start selling them as rehabs. But to be perfectly honest, right now I'm trying to take advantage of the fact that no one's really buying here, because you could get some houses here at really good prices. So Detroit Prep is here. This Pingree Park right here is a great park. And yeah, it says right here COVID-19. So there are some issues with COVID right now, obviously, with, like, the realtors aren't able to list anything. They just got released of that last week, so they started listing houses. So people are back on the market again. But anyways, 48214, this is my magic area. There's also some other videos that I shot in 48214 where I drive up and down the streets and I show you the neighborhoods. But what we're going to do today is we're just going to use two websites. Me personally, I really like Redfin. So if we just search 48214, and everybody likes using Zillow. So I'm going to show you the difference of why I really like Redfin. Oopsie. Oops. Why I really like Redfin over Zillow. So I typed in the zip code, and what it's going to do, it's going to isolate that neighborhood. And these are all in the green. It's the current listings. So if you go over here in filters, you can start filtering out, because there's like, it's by the water, so there's a lot of condos and townhouses. So I'm going to click on houses. There, so it reduced a ton of inventory there. And these houses, obviously, I'm not looking to buy any of those 574,000. I'm looking for some deals here. So where I personally like, now you can see here's Mac right here. Remember, it runs east and south, and anything south of Mac, really high priced. So what we could do is we could do minimums. We'll do 100,000 bucks or and more, and you'll just see anything north of Mac just gets knocked out. Oh, sorry about that. Having some major technical difficulties. Anyways, back to the filters. So what we could do is we could play with the filters, and we'll just click on minimum, show only houses listed for 100,000 or more. And you'll start to see, like, here's Mac here, running left and right. There's nothing listed over 100 except for one house. And this one's been listed for a while, actually. This one on Burns. But everything below it, matter of fact, let's even increase it to 150. Let's knock out that one. 200. Yeah, you see, like, all this big old pocket. So there's a lot of value here. But let's do this too. You go over here to more filters. You click on this, and what we'll do is, instead of looking what's listed, let's look at what's sold. So you can see anything over 225. This is what's sold, and let's start knocking it down a bit. Now, this is the one shining comp. Let's just put it on minimum here. This is the one shining comp that's saving this neighborhood right now. Is this $200,000 comparable that sold on Iroquois? I mean, this house. This is the house right here, and this house is like a beast. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, a 4-bedroom, 3-bath brick, 2,400 square feet. But the good news is that if you look at it, we'll just go on property history. Where's the prices at? Oh, they don't have the prices? See, they usually have the prices. But they took it out. Am I blind? Oh, here's right here. So it was listed for 175, and they paid over and above. So they asked for highest and best on March 2nd. So it was listed at 175, but someone was willing to pay above asking, and it sold fairly quickly. Sold on March 7th. And that's the thing. It's like the houses in the area aren't that large. They're much smaller. However, it's a good comp to have. And another thing that I wanted to show you to you as well is, this is why I like using Redfin over Zillow. So here's the thing. I prefer Redfin because of the interface. But sometimes with Zillow, Zillow will show some comps that Redfin doesn't show. And I think they're more accurate on their square footage. Redfin, they're off on their square footage, and sometimes they don't have comps that Zillow shows. So it's good to use both, but I personally like Redfin more. So one thing that Zillow does is it marks it up. Okay, cool, I fixed it. They sold, they show houses that sold any. You have to adjust it to 6 months. But if you go to this area here, any houses that have sold in the last 6 months, it doesn't show the 200. So your comps are going to be off. You won't see the comp that was there, that one that sold for 200. So you kind of have to use both websites. So let's just knock out Zillow, get rid of that. But anyways, this area here is where I like. So you can see Mac, and I'll take Mac all the way to Jean. I mean, to be perfectly honest, I'll take all this. $100 right here. I like all this. I like over here too, the Grand Boulevard area here too as well. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. I don't want to do 482 and 5. I just like this whole area. The reason why I do like this part right here is because of that school. I like that school. That school to me is such a selling point for people with families. And the thing is once families start going into an area, and they're diverse too. I saw, black people, white people, Asian people. I mean, I saw a whole bunch of different, like, diverse people of ages, races, and that's what I really like to see in a neighborhood. That's why I like this area a lot. But yeah, so that's 48214. But if you go back, let's go back 6 months, because I think that other one on Iroquois would show up on 6 months for 150. Yeah, right there. This one on Iroquois for 153. It's a brick and it's a big house. It's 2,000 square feet. But if you were able to see the pictures, it wasn't even really rehabbed. It was just clean. It was really clean. Um, so I mean, if they were to rehab it, they probably could have sold it for 200, just like this one on Iroquois sold for, just like this one. So I am waiting. I have a property under contract in this area right now, so I'm gonna pretty much use it as a rental. But they're up and down these streets here. People are fixing these houses up. Let's go down here. See, look at this house sold for $5 grand. Look at that thing. But the crazy thing is if you do drive the streets, I mean, the neighborhood still has a lot of room to develop. Um, it's great they have the school there. It's great that people are moving there, but I mean, it's in an area where honestly, like, houses are still like abandoned. It's still kind of sketchy on some streets, but that is the breakdown of 48214 on this side, on the east side. I hope you liked the video. I hope you got something out of it. If you like investing in Detroit, where are you investing? If you are investing in Detroit, are you rehabbing? Are you buying and hold? What are you doing? And if you're a buyer, I am a buyer, but I'm also a wholesaler, so we do have inventory. Our website is below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, like the video, comment below, and just let me know, how you're investing and how things are going, and I'd like to talk to you. And this is Emilio with Quick Property Solutions. Talk to you guys soon.